Good morning, happy Tuesday, and welcome to the semifinal week's edition of the Eagles Nest Coaches Show. I'm Graham Hefner, along with my host, John Kosader. We've got Eagles coach Paul Carroll here after a big quarterfinal win over Calvary Christian. Coach, we haven't won anything yet, though, have we?
No, we haven't. We're guaranteed one more game again. Like I said last week, our guys come out and we had a big challenge with Calvary coming in town. And, like we said last week, it's always harder to beat somebody twice, and especially it was back to back we had to beat them. But our guys got ready. We come out fast and was ready to play. And heck, we're ready to move on to the next round.
Who are your coach? Describe your four players of the week from last week's game.
We got offensive player of the week was our quarterback Tucker Johnston. He actually was 8 for 12 for 83 yards passing. He had 2 touchdowns. Then he had 9 carries on 56 yards for 2 touchdowns. Had a real big game, and the main thing we always stress all the time: he made the right decisions. We didn't turn the ball over, and that's always big when you get to play in playoffs and big games like this. And really showed out, and keeps getting better and better each and every week. We got defensive player of the week, Tate Johnston and the brothers. I guess they probably tackle each other all the time in the yard and throw passes to each other all the time. But Tate actually had 7 tackles. He had an assist, and to me, he had an interception too. Went back and looked at the film and had great coverage. Made a big play there, but they ended up throwing a flag on him, and I don't think it was a flag. It wasn't a flag at all in my eyes, but made some big plays for us. We got 2 guys that's not here today. Special teams player of the week was George Dunn. George actually was 5 for 5 for PATs, and that's always good when we're trying to kick PATs. That means we're putting the ball in the end zone. He averaged actually 48 yards a punt. We had 3 punts. I think it was 3 or 4 punts, but that's always huge as far as being able to flip the field. You've got to be able to flip the field when you play good teams, and now they got to drive the ball 90-something yards to score a touchdown, and it makes it a lot better and a little bit easier for our defense to go out there and just 3 or 4 plays and get out the field and let our offense get on the field. Lineman of the week was Jaylon Smith, and went back and looked at the film, and Jaylon was playing, H back at times. He was playing linebacker. He was, he had 3 pancakes on one play, and I think really watching him, he was one of the hardest playing guys we had on the field. He wanted to win. And he'd make one block, run to the next guy, make another block, run to the next, and it was every single play. So I was very excited about the way he played, and those guys right there were our players of the week.
Let's start with you, Tucker. I look at you, and I know you're Tate. This is Tucker. They kind of look alike. It's kind of difficult sometimes. So, okay, we're going to talk about the run. I don't need to say anything else with that. Everybody knows about it. So, what was the play call?
It was
Call it exactly like you're calling it in the huddle.
it was early snail one. So it was a screen pass to the running back. And to be honest, he was open. Probably should have thrown it. But I decided to take off and run because I saw that they were all flush to the right, so I knew I could outrun them to the left. And
So
I
yeah,
kind of
we get that when they want you to throw it because we're up in the press box and there's somebody from the staff up there, and all we hear is throw it, and then you take off, and from up top it looked like okay, I'm gonna go right a little bit, and then oh god, okay, I'm gonna get tackled here. You were all over the field. I bet you covered 150 yards on that run. Did you just keep finding gaps there or what?
yes, sir. There were great blocks ahead and kind of make something happen.
So the screen pass was supposed to go to who?
The running back or Riley.
So, Coach, when Tucker goes off on these little things, what are you thinking on the sideline?
The biggest thing I want him to do is we tell him all the time if he don't feel comfortable in throwing it right now, go use his legs, and he's got ability to run fast and make people miss, and that's the reason why we're where we're at right now as far as being in the semifinals.
So, Tucker, I think I might have asked you this question before. Like, you're not a sophomore first year quarterback anymore. You're in the semifinals of the state championship. How do you feel like you've grown this year as a quarterback?
I feel like I've grown a little bit. It's definitely getting easier for me to be able to almost like the game slowing down a little bit. I'm kind of getting to look at the defense more than what I see this corner's playing back, so the flats are going to be open, or the linebackers come in, someone need to get it off. I'm seeing a little more on the field rather than just trying to focus on what play we're running. I can look
And I'm gonna go ahead, and I know Coach will hit on this too. You've seen George Walton on tape. What are you seeing as a defensive team for them?
they're good. They're a good defensive team, but I feel like Coach Carroll and the coaching staff puts us in a good scenario to win. So if we run our stuff right, I feel like we can put up some points on them. But they do have a good.
Okay.
Tate, we'll go to you. It's a really good start for in the first half defensively. Some kind of like how we started 2 weeks ago. That was a point of emphasis, I'm guessing.
It was. It was a good start 2 weeks ago, and just got to keep it moving, keep the train rolling.
I'll ask you like a similar question. What have y'all seen on film for George Walton offensively? Like, are they more of a pass heavy team or a run heavy team? Or
They run the ball a whole lot. They pass the ball very little. They got a quarterback that can run and a running back that can run. If we can stop them and shut them down, we should be in good shape. Ready.
Seemed like at the end we gave up some big plays, but all in all we were able to contain Calvary's passing game well again. They had some guys that were out the first time that made a couple big plays, but how are y'all able to adjust to some of those guys coming back for them?
Oh yeah, they definitely didn't have all their players the first time we played them. They did the second. We were able to stop the run like we need to this week. Gonna need to this week, and we just stopped the big play. They like to run some verticals, that we just had to stop them on that.
Coach, I've got one more question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm fairly sure now, and Graham will tell me if I'm wrong because he always tells me when I mess up a stat or anything like that. And he's a lot smarter than me. But the way I'm seeing it is we punted the first time we had the football, and George stuck them on like the 2 yard line. How important of a way was that to start a game?
Oh, that's huge because then right after that, the next play, it was the second play. It was the safety.
Yes.
And, like I said earlier, talking about George as far as the special teams guy, and, you've got to be able to flip the field. And all week long I talked about in the playoffs, you got to be good on defense. You got to be great on special teams. And that's what got us to where we needed to be as far as that end of the game. I totally agree with you.
Yes.
Well, that normally would wrap it up, but since we've got the twins on the show, we've got a little something special planned for the end here.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little twin game, and you two guys have paper. We were gonna use the other two. You don't have to answer this question. These two guys, we're gonna see which one of these guys knows you better. Now, if George was here, I think George would have won because he knows you a little better. Okay, so these are questions that you're gonna answer. You can write it down, and then we'll see who got the question right. Which twin spends more time on his hair in the morning? They seem fairly confident with these answers. All right. What'd you put, Coach?
Tucker.
Tucker.
Got to be a quarterback. Use a quarterback
It's
spin
Tucker.
on their hair.
It
Yep,
is
it's a quarterback.
Tucker. Okay. Which twin would spend 3 hours watching the movie Titanic instead of being outside four-wheeling?
That's easy too.
Okay, what's the answer to that one?
Still think that might be Tucker.
It is Tucker. All right. All right. Which young man would like playing in the cold on Friday night more?
I'm gonna go with the linebacker on that one.
Got to be Tate.
Oh,
You know, it's kind of an offensive defensive type question.
you exactly. And when I was talking to their dad, everything he was telling me says, okay, one of them's obviously the quarterback, and the other one's obviously the linebacker. Okay, I'm going to try to trick you with this one. Who would be the first to get up and dance with his mom at a wedding? Now, which one of you do you think that is?
I said Tate.
I'm going with Tate also.
This game isn't fun if y'all never miss any questions. Okay. Who would win a swim race?
I'm gonna say Tucker.
Yeah, I'll go Tucker on that also.
It's Tucker. Okay, who would be more likely to go to a Taylor Swift concert?
I'm gonna say Tucker again.
I'm going Tucker on that one also.
I'm not through. I'm going to catch y'all on one of them. Whose favorite food is Mom's chicken Philly?
Tate.
Yeah, I'll go Tate on that one also.
Tucker.
Okay.
There we go.
Golly. Who is older?
Tate.
I'll go Tucker.
Tate is older. They actually don't have the same birthday. And they're twins. Okay, we're almost done. Who is more likely to wear his brother's clothes?
I'm gonna say Tucker.
I'll go Tucker on that one also.
That's Tucker. And see, they're agreeing with everyone. Okay, 2 more questions, and we're done. No, last question. What, and y'all know the answer because it's one of those linebacker quarterback questions. What twin brother wants a truck with a huge lift on it, even if it has 150,000 miles on it?
That's got to be the linebacker.
That's
It
Tate.
is the linebacker.
Yeah.
This guy wants a new truck in just a little lift. He wants one that sits up there, the F-150. All right, so guys, y'all did great. You know everything about these kids, and you knew the answers to all of those. I've been talking to your mom and dad. All right, that's all I got. Graham?
All right, fellas, that'll wrap it up. Come out and support this Friday night at 7:30 against the George Walton Bulldogs, and let's go make it to the state title game. Eagle!
Pride.